All right, today we're jumping into a really profound text called Gayatri, the Celestial Cow of Fulfillment. Now, the author, Shriram Sharma Acharya, wasn't just an academic writing about this from a distance. Oh no, this was his life's work. He dedicated himself to intense, lifelong spiritual practice to really unlock the secrets of the Gayatri mantra and share them with all of us. So let's just start with a huge question. Can one single ancient mantra really be the key to unlocking both spiritual purity and success out in the real world? I mean, it sounds a little too good to be true, right? But what's wild is that, according to this book and a whole lineup of highly respected sages, the answer is a resounding yes. And that key is the Gayatri mantra. So here's the core idea we're exploring. The book argues that Gayatri isn't just one mantra among many. No, it's positioned as the supreme mantra, the big one, the very soul and essence of the Vedas, which, as you know, are the foundational scriptures of Hinduism. And to help us really get our heads around this immense power, the author uses this incredible metaphor. He calls Gayatri the Kamadhenu of our world. Now, Kamadhenu, as you can see, is this mythical, wish-granting celestial cow that can give you anything you desire. The idea here is that this mantra, right here on Earth, acts just like that. It's a direct line to fulfilling what we need and what we desire. What's so compelling is that this isn't just one person's opinion. Not at all. There's this massive, unanimous agreement that goes back thousands and thousands of years. So let's actually listen to what some of the biggest names, the most revered ancient sages, had to say about this. Okay, first up, Rishi Vishwamitra, the sage who is the guy when it comes to this mantra. And he does not hold back. He basically says, look, you can take all four Vedas, all the rituals, all the charities, all the difficult practices, pile them all up, and they still don't even come close to a tiny piece of the Gayatri's power. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. That is a huge statement. And the endorsements just keep coming. Next, you've got Lord Manu, a huge figure, the ancient lawgiver. He adds that the creator himself, Brahma, literally boiled down the essence of all the Vedas into this one single mantra, and he calls it the ultimate purifier. The idea being, it's like a deep clean for your mind and your soul, right at the source. I love this next one from Yogiraj Yajnavalkya. He gives us this amazing mental image. He says, imagine a giant cosmic scale. On one side, you put all the Vedas, all those thousands of pages of sacred texts. On the other side, you just put the Gayatri mantra. And guess what? The scale tips. Gayatri is heavier. It's such a powerful way to describe its sheer density of spiritual energy. Okay, so what's the takeaway from all this incredible praise? Well, Maharshi Vyasa puts it in really stark terms. He says if you ignore Gayatri to chase after other spiritual practices, you're like a fool who walks away from an incredible, lavish banquet just to go beg for crumbs on the street. Ouch. He's not messing around. He's basically saying, don't miss the main event. So you might be thinking, okay, that's all well and good for ancient sages, but what about now? Does this stuff still hold up in the modern world? And the answer is a definite yes. It's amazing to see how some of the biggest minds of the last 100 years talked about this very same mantra. Let's start with a name everyone knows, Mahatma Gandhi. For him, this wasn't some abstract pie-in-the-sky idea. He saw it as a practical, real-world tool, something for healing, and maybe more importantly, for getting through tough times, for finding that inner strength when everything outside is falling apart. Then you have Rabindranath Tagore, the Nobel Prize winner. He took it even bigger. He saw it as a tool for awakening an entire nation. And what he loved about it was its profound simplicity, the idea that this immense power, the power to change a country, could be found in something so simple, something anyone can say in a single breath. That's just incredible. And finally, Swami Vivekananda, the man who introduced so much of this wisdom to the West, he just cuts right to the chase. He asks, what's the best thing you can possibly ask for from the divine? His answer? A pure intellect, a clear mind. And since Gayatri is the mantra for cultivating that pure intellect, well, that's why he calls it the crown jewel of all mantras. Okay, so we've heard all this incredible praise about its spiritual power. But remember that question we started with? What about worldly success? Well, this is where we get to the heart of the book's argument. Its power isn't just one-sided. It's like a two-lane highway to both spiritual attainment, or siddhi, and material prosperity, or samriddhi. So how in the world does it do both? That seems like a contradiction, right?
Well, the text has a fascinating explanation. It says the mantra is Triguna Maka. It works on different levels at the same time. On one hand, it boosts your sattvic side. That's your inner peace, your clarity, your wisdom. But at the same time, it fires up your rajasic side. That's your get up and go, your ambition, your drive to succeed in the real world. It's not an either-or thing. It's a tool for getting both sides of you working in perfect harmony. All right, that's the theory, and it sounds great. But the book says, hey, this isn't just philosophy. It's packed with stories, real-world accounts of people whose lives were completely transformed. So let's get into the proof. Let's look at a few of these amazing stories. First up, a really dramatic one, a story of going from rock bottom to real wealth. You have this brilliant scholar, Pandit Davnarayan Ji, but he's completely broke. He commits to this intense 9-day Gayatri practice. And on the final night, he has this powerful vision, a vision telling him exactly where a pot of gold coins is hidden, in his own house. And just like that, his family's hardship was over. Now, here's a story that I think a lot of us can relate to. It's about a young guy who had failed his big high school exams twice. He was totally losing hope. So his family steps in, they arrange for a Gayatri chanting to be done for him. And that very year, he doesn't just scrape by, he passes with good grades, a total turnaround. Okay, how about a career story? This one's about Pratap Narayan. He's lost his job and he keeps getting rejected over and over by the same company. His dad tells him to try the mantra, so he goes all in. He chants it 125,000 times. And get this, the moment he finishes, the very same company that wouldn't give him the time of day comes back and offers him a job for 2.5 times his old salary. You can't make this stuff up. And this last story is a true rags to riches tale. You've got Shri Murad Kamal Kejriwal, a teacher in a tiny village, making just a handful of rupees a month. He starts a daily Gayatri practice, and out of nowhere he gets this powerful gut feeling. Move to Calcutta, get into business. He trusts it, follows that intuition, gets into the cotton trade, and boom, becomes a millionaire. So after sharing all these incredible stories about other people, the author, Shriram Sharma Acharya, brings it right back home. He talks about his own life. And with total humility, he says that any success he's had, in overcoming his own weaknesses, getting through tough times, finding his way when he was lost, he gives all the credit to his lifelong devotion to Gayatri. So let's just recap. What are we really talking about here? What are the big benefits? First, it awakens that pure, clear intellect. Second, it develops that drive you need to succeed in the world. It purifies you from the inside out. It offers you a kind of spiritual protection during crises. And ultimately, it's about hitting that sweet spot, achieving both worldly fulfillment and deep spiritual self-realization. And that brings us full circle, right back to that beautiful, powerful metaphor we started with. In the end, the book's message is that the Gayatri mantra is more than just words. It's the Kamadhenu of this earthly plane. It's a wish-fulfilling cow right here for us, a divine resource that's available to literally anyone who's willing to sincerely engage with it. So we'll leave you with this to think about. We've heard from ancient sages. We've heard from modern geniuses. We've heard these incredible stories of transformation. A pretty compelling case has been made. The only question left is, knowing all of this, knowing its acclaimed power, what might exploring a spiritual tool like this look like in your own life?